Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Clicked on to long range weather forecast discussion for February 17th to March 2nd. Before I get into the forecast, I'm going to look at these are the departures from normal around the nation, and you can see the anomalies across much of the east: 6.8 degrees above normal, 7.7 degrees above normal, 7.5 degrees above normal. It's been very warm across here, and then here's where the cold, or this is where winter was or is, and this is month to date from January 1st to February 13th, and these are the normal. Now, the reason it's been so warm, we're going to take a look at this. This is what our pattern's been like during the much of the winter. Pretty much, you have a strong polar vortex, strong westerly winds that doesn't allow the cold air to come down. Now we are having some brief shots of cold air, but as I said in the past, the cold air will be short-lived, followed by more warmer periods. And this also happens. We have a strong Atlantic ridge here, and we have this strong polar vortex to the north of the polar region, now allowing the cold air to come down. Okay, we're going to start now with the forecast. This is for the period February 17th to 21st. And you can see we have the flow gradually transitions to a zonal flow with as the western trough lifts out. Below normal heights are forecast across the northern latitudes and the northern U.S., and above normal heights are forecast of the eastern Pacific, the southern U.S., and the western Atlantic. Here's our ridge down here across the Caribbean. Now, we will have a series of Pacific systems. Let me get to the other map. Pacific systems that will move inland early next week and will cause moderate to possibly heavy precipitation, including terrain snow across the Northwest, across the Great Basins, and the Rockies. So we're going to go put this into motion. We'll look at the west first. You can see the snow. This is a GFS. Here's a European. GFS has a little bit more precipitation than the European. And then we go into Monday and Tuesday, and you can see a system here. Now, a trough will progress across the plains and induce the development of low pressure, and this will result in widespread precipitation in the warm sector with rains and snow, ice on the northern periphery from the Midwest, Great Lakes, and the Northeast. And we'll see that as we go later in the period. You can see it right here. This will be rain, this will be snow here across this area, and then as it moves into the east, there could be some snow in parts of the further inland and rain along the coast as the system continues the trend of the northeastward track through the Great Lakes. And then we'll have a trailing cold front back across the southern tier, and with additional impulses progressing through the region. This may induce some threat of overrunning precipitation and the coast frontal post air from the southern Rockies plains, the Appalachians, into the Northeast. See here, and then we have another system that might be off the southeast coast, but that quickly moves out. And then we have cold high pressure moving in again, and then it warms up again. Okay, we're going to look now at the period for February 22nd to the 26th. And a zone of flow is forecast across much of the nation. A ridge is forecast of the East Pacific. Below normal heights continue across the high latitudes. And some of the models like I just saw back here. Let me see if I can get back there. There's some tendency for a trough in the southwest. So overall, this is what we're expecting. So for this forecast period, I am forecasting is this the right map? Yep. Okay, above normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting anomalies 4 to 6 degrees above normal, below normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 4 to 6 degrees below normal. For precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation from the plains to the Pacific coast, and the probability of occurrence is 35%, and then we have above normal precipitation here, and the probability of occurrence is 35%. Look at the period for February 22nd to the 26th. You can see that a trough is forecast over the Bering Sea. We have it here, and we have above normal heights across Canada, where we used to have below normal heights, and then we have a trough is forecast in the southwest. Now, one thing that's different, that the European and its ensembles, which we're looking at right now, have a split flow in the west. The other models, not so much, near to above normal heights. So for this forecast period, I am calling for below normal temperatures here, and I'm forecasting anomalies of 2 degrees below normal. Above normal temperatures are forecast here, calling for anomalies of 2 to 6 degrees above normal. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation from the plains to the Pacific coast, and the anomaly and the probability of occurrence is 35 to 45%. That's the long range weather forecast discussion for February 17th to March 2nd. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.